Yes, Pizza Cape is a Queensland-based gourmet pizza franchise. Majority of our stores are in Queensland and in regional New South Wales. Growth is predominantly focused in Northern Territory and Western Australia. Pizza Cape caters for customers or consumers that prefer a generously topped pizza with quality ingredients. What I've seen is there's a lot more choices for franchisees now that are looking at entering into their own business or into the franchise business. So there's a lot unknown, I suppose, on what's happening out there. But generally speaking, there's a lot of choices there with a lot of brands now entering the marketplace. And most of them are, in this case, they're Australian-based, as opposed to traditionally franchise systems out of the US. The franchise system now requires the franchisees to be involved in their business, as opposed to in the past, franchisees generally bought a business and it sort of ran itself, where consumers these days require the personal touch by the franchisee or the owner of the business. So that's where the business has really changed. The days of multi-unit franchisees probably don't exist as it did previously. Look, franchising in Australia, I think if a franchisor has to be quite savvy and they need to evolve with their business or their offering. I think the trend in Australia is really changing. The taste is changing in this country, and we constantly, as Australians, we travel a lot now. So we're seeking, different, especially the food business. We want what's trending, internationally, not necessarily just locally. So a lot of different flavours are now required, or customers expect from us. So we cannot ignore technology as well. I think that's an important aspect of any business these days, and more so in the franchise business and food business. So digital marketing plays a key part in enticing customers to different brands, and that's the beauty about being in the franchise business, where we've got that ability to tap into that research and make sure that our franchisees get the best information or best marketing for their business. Proven systems that have been refined over the years. Franchisees can expect a proper training manual, an operations manual that'll aid them with if they had no knowledge of the business they're in. An established system will give them the know-how and what works generally for other franchisees that have made their business successful. So generally an established brand would give you the ability to tap into other people's success and apply that to your own business. Initially, the training is done at the academy when they first start. There's ongoing training available for franchisees that struggle with different aspects of the business. So that's something that we constantly pride ourselves on providing good training for our franchisees. But the initial training that is available for the academy generally involves training in store, plus there's business training as well. So franchisees are ready to get into the store and not only know how to run a pizza business as such, but they know what the back of house is required as well. Generally, if people that buy a franchise have a attitude that they've just bought themselves a job, but that's not the case. You buy a franchise because you're looking at systems, so you don't have to worry about niggly things that you don't have time for, so you can just focus on serving the customer and using the systems that's available or developed over the years by the franchisor. It's not a set and forget system. You can't buy a franchise and put a manager in and walk away. You actually have to be involved in the day-to-day running of the store. Franchisees who think there's no effort required in running a business will generally struggle. As I mentioned previously, we need to have franchisees focused on running their business and not basically putting a manager in and expecting the business to run itself. As far as support is concerned, we have a franchise care centre where franchisees can tap into, and questions that may come up that they can be answered by a simple phone call. So we've actually got a care centre that looks after that. The franchisees also, we have a dedicated team in field that predominantly focuses on sales and franchisees' profitability. Initial training is crucial, and ongoing training is required where franchisees may struggle with different aspects of the business. We generally will recognise that through our audit process, and through the way we manage our business through the sales and performance managers when diagnosing the business through the P&L analysis that we carry out. We've got franchisees as young as 23 years old and as old as 60 years old. Age is not a barrier for our business, nor for our group. We have a general attitude that franchisees of all ages can contribute to the success of our brand, and it's all about learning from the successful guys, and most of them could be of any age really. Look for enthusiasm, franchisees that have a general attitude that they actually want to work in their business, they want to be part of a local community. Those are key aspects of running a successful business, not only a franchise business but any business.